scratching his eyebrow, like damn near flabbergasted at what he heard. Got the other dude telling him like, hey bro, I think you need to get laid a little bit more often. Like, bro, that is not a nice thing to hear, right? Like that cannot be a great thing for your self-esteem to hear, bro. Like, hey man, you don't get enough bitches. You feel me? Like you don't get enough pussy to not act like a fucking weirdo. So if we're being real, right, like, is this guy like the worst person who's ever lived? Nah, man. Like, he's just an awkward dude who has an online hobby, who apparently jizzes himself when he hugs attractive women. I don't know. I'm gonna be real with you, bro. That I just don't get it, man. Like, he has to be lying, right? Because I'm a dude, right? My shit works. You feel me? Like, I wake up every morning, we're at full mask. You know what I mean? Like, my shit works. But I've never like hugged an attractive woman, or like realistically, like I fucking like any woman. You could put Mario Robbie in front of me, bro, and I don't
Let's
think
go,
she'd
Welch.
wonder that I'm busted. You feel me? Like, I just don't get how that happens. Like how that works. I don't know, man. Like you don't even have to be stimulated. You feel me? Like you don't even have to be pleased before you're just ready to start chugging everywhere, dog. Like come on, man. Like that just puts the picture in mind for me. You know how some people they got them fucking puppies at their house that get a little too giddy and excited when they see someone at the door, and you walk in the house and the dog's fucking pissing all over itself, fucking, you know, squirting piss all over the hardwood floor, bro. You ever had one of those awkward moments where you have to try and pretend to ignore the dog piss soaking all over the floor as the owner's like, oh yeah, he just gets a little excited, you know, Roscoe gets a little excited. Like, that's what comes into mind for me when I hear that you're doing this, bro. So, you know, a lot of people are clowning this guy online right now, and honestly, can you blame them? Like, when you hear a fucking story like this or a situation like this, man, I don't know, it just like, he's getting clowned, but at the same time, like, I don't think he's fucking the worst guy who's ever lived because of this, right? Like, yeah, it's cringe, yeah, it's embarrassing, but I mean, yeah, it is what it is, bro. But you would think, like, after this, right, that's where it stops. Because, like, you see this, and it's fucking embarrassing, man. It's getting millions of views on Twitter. People are making fun of this guy. The people in the bar were flabbergasted. Like, what the fuck did this guy just say to me? Like, he already has that bad reputation because he's a Twitch mod. But, dude, it actually gets worse. Like, I wish I was exaggerating when I said that. But, dude, it actually gets fucking worse. Like, I started reading the article behind this entire thing, behind the viral clip from Dexerto here. And, bro, Zuba, a battle arena with cute animals. Wawa's new ciabatta sandwiches, like bruschetta chicken, rustic Italian, and buffalo chicken, all in a warm, rustic ciabatta roll. They're so big. Bro, it just becomes like actually fucking like weird. Like beyond just like oh, he said something weird in public. He did a little funny haha, he shared an embarrassing trope. Like, nah, bro. This is not the first time he has ever done this. Like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. It happens once, I guess you can get a pass, man. Like, yeah, is it weird? Are you gonna get clowned a little bit? But I guess maybe you can come back from that, right? Maybe you can try and fucking piece it all back together. But this is a multiple time thing, right? So it turns out that this guy actually has been for a while known as Twitch's quote biggest simp, and he's actually a regular in a lot of the biggest female streamers broadcasts. So I don't know, like I guess he hops from fucking girl stream to girl stream, watching them, you know, and like moderating their chats for them and stuff. Pretty interesting way to spend your time, but I mean, that's the type of person I would expect to be telling this kind of story. I can't lie. Like, this is one of those situations where like the suspect fits the description just too perfectly. I mean, but yeah, I'm gonna get back to what I was saying here. This is not the first time, or only time, I should say, that this has happened. This has happened on numerous occasions. So, in fact, this wasn't even the first time he confessed to this act. In a video by Built Different about Dallas, he admitted in an interview that it has happened multiple times, but this time naming the said streamer. Quote, there was one time I met SP Peach. She gave me a hug. I met her for the first time, and I ended up jizzing my pants, he admitted in the video, leaving the interviewer stunned. Even admitting that it happened again, but this time during a party. Quote, I think one other time, this was like the third TwitchCon, but I was at a party where I was drunk, he said. Quote, there were a bunch of girls dancing up on me, and yeah. For now, he has faced no repercussions and is still active on Twitch. So apparently there has been 3 separate instances, at least, in which this guy has gotten a little close to a woman, you know, a little physical contact, I guess, and he just busts a fucking nut. Like, I mean, bro, at this point, you gotta talk to a doctor or something, man. Like, I just feel like that's not normal, bro. Like, I'm not even on like oh, that's weird that you said that, but like, I don't understand understand how you could be like so, I guess, sensitive that like I guess being touched just fucking makes you explode. Like I feel like I could go like a decade without getting any type of play, anything. Like even talking to a bitch or something, and like if you took me out of the fucking padded room that they had me in or whatever, and you reintroduced me, and a woman came up and hugged me, I still don't think that that would be enough to just have me fucking completed. You feel me? Like it just doesn't make sense. Like I don't think you're supposed to be that sexually sensitive. Like maybe he has like a medical condition or something that's leading to this happening. I'm not even like making bullshit up. Like maybe that's really the case because this should not be a several time thing, bro. And then he names this poor fucking screamer ST Peach, right? Now I have provided y'all with a picture of ST Peach. Okay, I didn't know who this was. I had to look this up, but first time seeing her, I can say, you know, not bad. She's a very pretty girl. I'm not gonna sit here and say she's fucking ugly or anything. She is a pretty girl. You feel me? Like, I mean, she's not fucking ugly by any stretch of the imagination, right? But is she bad enough to be like fucking bursting in your underwear at the fucking touch of her arm? I don't really think so, man. Like I said earlier, bro, you could put Margaret Robbie, you could put fucking Ice Spice in front of me, you could put Nicki Minaj in front of me, and you could have all of them climb up on top of me and do some sort of fucking group hug or something, and even then, I still don't think I'm just fucking finished. Like, I don't know, man. It just doesn't make sense to me. But ultimately, right, like, it all comes together because of him, like, opening up about this and, like, telling people, bro. Like I said, I just don't think that this is something ever that I would ever want to share with anyone, bro. Like, I don't even know if you tell your therapist this kind of shit. You feel me? Like, at a certain point, man, like, I hate to say it, but you gotta kind of know what to incriminate yourself with. Like, if you're gonna have weird instances like this popping up where a woman hugging you has you exploding at the seams, bro, like, that's gotta be some shit you just don't tell people, man. Like, that's gotta be, like, locked down, top one secret, you know, like, I wouldn't even tell my mom type shit, bro. You gotta take that one to the grave. Like, you gotta fucking die knowing you did that shit, and no one else knowing that. Like, at least in my opinion, man, there's no way in hell, bro, that I would be ever, and like, announcing this, bro. And, like, I don't want to say that he's, like, proudly announcing it, like, oh, you know, I fucking just couldn't help myself, you know? Like, I'm not going to sit here and act like he's, like, hyped up that he did it. Like, I mean, he seems to understand, like, that that's not a really, like, normal thing to do. But, like, if you know that, bro, if you know that that's weird, you need to be doing something about it. Like, I don't know. I don't know, man. I've never been that, like, worked up, if you feel, like, if you understand what I'm saying, I've never been that ready to go. Where, like, the fucking touch of me could just fucking have me go. I don't know, man. But ultimately, you know, we got to ask ourselves, what if this is all fake? What if he made these stories up for attention? Because, you know, a lot of people are saying, oh, well, what if he's just bullshitting? There's no way this is real. Honestly, I hope it's not. Because, like, this guy, I don't think he realizes, like, what he's opening himself up to by telling the internet this kind of shit. But ultimately, bro, like, why would you want to fake something like this? Like, why would you want to, you know, make up a story like this about yourself? Because, like, people are going to believe it. It's not one of those things where people are like, oh, he's just joking. Like, most people think he's being serious. And, like, honestly, bro, if this is something he's admitted numerous fucking times, like, in multiple interviews and podcasts and stuff, bro, I really don't think that this is, like, something he would just be making up for the fun of it, bro. So, anyway, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel, follow me on Twitter, and out here. Pop room. What the fuck? 5-Hour Energy wants to charge up your summer.
DC Youngfly's wife, Miss Jackie O, actually just passed away. Now, she went in for a mommy makeover, but it seems like something went wrong during the surgery, and she did not make it through. So this was the post right before she had her surgery. Dr. Zach actually posted this on his Instagram page, getting ready for my mommy makeover, but he has now deleted that post.
First, let me start off with my sincere condolences regarding this situation. I can't even fathom the pain right now of a loved one going in for a procedure and then not being able to ever see them alive again. This is extremely devastating, and while I'm not familiar with her as an entertainer. I am familiar with DC Young Fly, super talented brother whose career I've seen progress significantly over the past several years. But the pressure to look a certain way in our modern society today is inevitably killing a lot of our young people. So when I was taking a look at the story, I actually had to look up what a mommy makeover was. It's a new term. I am not familiar with it. And it seems to be a catchphrase or an umbrella term used to describe a suite of different potential surgeries. Those include breast augmentation, liposuction, and vaginal rejuvenation surgery, which I actually didn't know was a thing, but then also BBLs, Brazilian butt lifts. Essentially, post a child, they want to look like what they look like before they had a child, or an enhanced version of what they looked like before they had a child. Now, we've talked about on this channel the implications of the keeping up with the Instagram Joneses, trying to look like these AI-generated filters and the great lengths that women are doing to achieve an aesthetic that is not real. And while we do not know the specific surgeries that this young lady had undergone, what if I told you guys that the leading cause of death of all plastic surgeries are BBLs? It is an absolute pity that in order to achieve the beauty standards, these young women are not only regretting their decision to go under the knife, but also losing their lives even when these stats are widely known.
Unfortunately, this one isn't fake news. Yesterday, the Washington Post reported on a fake doctor who got 10 years in prison for killing a woman with toxic injections into her behind. The Washington Post is referring to the Florida case of O'Neal Ron Morris, who pled no contest to manslaughter and practicing without a license. Over the course of a 3-year period from 2007 to 2011, Morris injected patient Shatarka Newby 10 times with a mixture of cement, mineral oil, bathroom caulking, and fix-a-flat tire sealant. In March 2012, Newby died. A medical examiner found the official cause of death to be respiratory failure from massive systemic silicone migration from injections to Newby's buttocks and hips.
Just to cut to the chase, the reason why I regret having my BBL is because in the course of 3 months, I lost almost all of my volume. I did everything that I was told to do. I've been sick. I haven't been able to keep a lot of food down. I have really bad acid reflux and heartburn. So I've lost even more volume. So I'm no longer the size that I was in pants.
What made me regret it was how big it was and how I felt like people didn't take me serious. Like, people did not take me serious to me. Like, all they thought I was a booty. Like, but it gives me like so many insecurities. Like, I know how to hold my own when I'm out in public, you know, and I hear people talking or whatever. It used to bother me a lot. And I used to always want to clap back at people when they said stuff like, oh, your butt big, your legs little, you look like an ant, yada, yada, yada. I even had friends who were supposed to be my friends that wasn't my friends. But even when they got mad at me, they talked about me. You know what I'm saying? Like, they knew that it was a problem for me. And with them knowing it was a problem for me, they brought up the problem areas.
There's also a high rate when I go through the research and talking about it of young women losing their lives, having serious complications, specifically around embolisms, fatty embolisms. Do you want to talk to the viewers and tell them what is this potential risk, what is the procedure, how often it happens, and what your recommendations would be on something like that?
So BBL stands for Brazilian butt lift, and essentially it is taking fat from a different part of your body and injecting it into the butt. And upwards up until a few years ago, we thought that this was the safest way to enhance the buttocks. And as we know, our society and our culture, it's really focused on the derriere. Unfortunately, studies have now shown that it has the highest mortality rate, death rate, in all of plastic surgery.
Be clear, I'm not telling anyone to go and do surgery. I'm not persuading anyone to go and do it. Like, me personally, I've experienced a lot of things, and it's just got to the point where it's affected my health. So the whole reason why I decided to do BBL in the first place was because I was a lazy git. I didn't want to go to the gym. I didn't like working out. I was very unfit, and that's the realest of it all. Like, I did the arts, I was very lazy, I didn't care. I had the money and I wanted to go do something, I wanted to go do it, and I done it. And I was in so much pain, my bum was throbbing, my bum was burning me. It was literally like, imagine burning yourself with hot water, that pain. And I knew straight away that something wasn't right with my bum, like something just wasn't right.
Instability around the world, market disruptions. Today, we face challenges never seen before.
Even on the plane back to the UK, like sitting down was so uncomfortable for me. It was so stressful, because I didn't get up to walk around and make sure the blood was circulating in my bum. So those things had a big impact on my procedure.
Okay, you good. Don't get this. How are y'all? This hurts. Don't get this. Yo. Do not get this. Do you understand me? You are fine the way the fuck you are. It hurts. Don't get this. You get this. Don't you get this? Hurts so bad. Why don't y'all see the fuck? Here it is. Don't get this fucking shit.
And if the argument is that the stats are not widely known, well, then I ask you guys, well, why are they not? We already know that a significant component of modern women's internal validation comes from the external validation that they receive from others. So not informing them regarding the potential repercussions of a life-threatening or potentially life-altering surgery that they're undergoing does them more harm than good. I mean, listen, surgeries happen every day, B, okay? But when you have one specific type that is known for being the highest mortality rate, then something must be said. But I'd argue in our society today, which is so drugged up with the dopamine hit of validation and entitlement, everybody is just searching for the easy button. Because the easy button is utilizing money that you built up over time in order to try to change something or fix something about yourself. But the hard way is consistency and discipline to achieve it on your own. And I think it says something very dark and sinister about our society, the culture that we are indoctrinated into today, when so many, even when potentially knowing the stats, still go forward with it. And it's like, damn, is it really worth it at the end of the day? Well, what's even crazier is that this easy button epidemic is not just impacting women. I actually did a video on this gentleman a couple of days ago. He's the Endure gentleman on the Whatever podcast, and then went over to Valuetainment and got sunned by a very masculine young woman for essentially calling her fat within her comment section on some video that she was in.
Can somebody tell me what I said that everybody's so upset about that I'm still waiting on? What was the example that, just to be
Okay,
clear?
I'll do the three. Was it three? I'm pretty sure it was. Is this chick supposed to be attractive? One. Two, she's 40 pounds too heavy.
Yep.
XYZ, something about weight. I wouldn't listen to her. Like, you just went on a rant. It was like.
How do you know that that was him?
Because it was his name with the check mark in the
Do
chat.
you recall doing that? I guess so.
Well, apparently, this joker went and had liposuction done. Really? Think about the psychology of the insecurity. This guy shames a woman for what he thinks is overweight as a way to project his own insecurities regarding his own weight onto her. And there goes the psychology right there, guys. The want to hit the easy button to achieve something that should be difficult is deep-rooted within both men and women today due to insecurity. No wonder why the depression rates and the utilization of SSRIs are so high in Western culture today. Let me tell you guys something straight up. If I can't train, if I can't work out, I begin to lose my mind. Legit. I am more moody. I am more sluggish. I am less motivated. I don't want to create YouTube videos. I'm just not myself. But when I exert myself, when I train, when I am disciplined, when I'm consistent, when I'm forcing myself to do extremely hard shit, easy buttons like this begin to repulse me. Shortcuts will make you weak. I've never been a fan of shortcuts. And it's just so crazy to me that this guy couldn't just endure through a diet, weight loss regimen, or endure going to the gym consistently. So anyway, I know I digressed a bit in this conversation. This is actually a video on the channel, and I can't scroll down because then it'll get me zapped off of YouTube. So again, my extreme condolences for Miss Jackie O and her friends, her family, to DC Young Fly. This is an extreme tragedy, but I do hope that the stats regarding these particular procedures are much more widely known and spread amongst the masses, the viewers, and to also any men that are within my audience that are thinking about getting these different types of surgeries just for an aesthetic perspective. There's one thing going under the knife for a medical reason, a medical purpose. You have to understand, is the value that you gain out of the procedure worth the potential risk? But if the value that you can gain is something that you can work on yourself, then that's the answer that masculine men should always follow. Never give in to the temptation of the easy button, because the easy button will make you weak. Questions, comments, concerns? Y'all already know what to do. Meal tutorials and reviews at gmail.com.
What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Ron back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. I named this video. I hope you subscribe. Also look out for the Travel Vlog channel, Unplugged Travel. The link is in the description and pinned in the comments. I wanted to give you guys a warning before I play this clip for you guys, because there's you know, I don't condone this, but as far as this first clip goes, please just watch it and just watch it to the end, okay? I don't condone this. I don't want, because I got women who watch my channel as well. But the end of the clip, just the end of the clip for me, alright? I'm gonna go ahead and let it play. Damn. I see come with some more shit, bro. Y'all watch out for. Oh man, she bullshit. Oh, she bullshit. Hey man. Get over here. You win. When I tell you, I sent this video to my best friend, and me and him was crying on the phone for about about a good 10-15 minutes straight, bruh. This man hit her with a Liu Kang flying kick, boy. And that man had the nerve to have his sunglasses on the whole time. Bro, I don't think I've ever seen a dude hit a girl with a flying jump kick, though, bro. Oh my god, bro. I've seen that video a dozen times, bro. And that ending. Alright, man. So that's my intro, bro. The real y'all in, bro. Because I don't condone that. But ain't nobody gonna sit over here and tell me that ending was not funny, bro. Because who would have thought he was gonna do that, bro?
kids to be around a mother, think of that. Think of what kind of dynamic you would raise them into. Now let that sink in. I love y'all. I care about you guys. The suicide rate is 80%. And I actually care about men's mental health. You guys should too. When a woman's disrespecting you, calling out your name, getting in your face, being rude, leave. Deja ella en paz. There's nothing she could do for you. You can't fix her. She needs help that you cannot give her. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you sit there and you love somebody who doesn't love you back. I'm sorry to tell you that you are more deserving of love and you do not deserve this. But I'm proud of you for posting this, and you are not shamed here, and I understand exactly what you're going through because I myself have been in a domestic violence situation, and this breaks my heart, dude. Any man dealing with abuse or anything like that, book a session with me.
Alright, so, there are multiple forms of this kind of behavior that women display, and that right there is just wrong. Now, the next clip I'm about to show you guys is something that I've experienced myself, is when women tend to use their words a lot more and try to manipulate you because, like always,
I'm so sorry, y'all. That's
they
notification.
want to play the narcissist role and try to make you feel bad for something that you have every right to be upset or concerned about. Check this next clip out.
Hi, buddy. Is mommy drinking all day today? I think she has been. Just look at her.
You're lucky you
There's
still
wine. There's wine right beside your. Ouch! Ouch!
Yeah, call the cops right now.
Ouch! You just kicked me twice.
Good, call the cops.
And you were drunk, so leave me alone.
I'm not drunk. I
Oh, you're not, are you?
the entire time that I actually felt with you. You're a piece of shit.
Says the abusive alcoholic.
Oh, really?
That's
Well, good
right.
luck proving that. What proof do you have?
You stupid. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Why are you going around the house turning on all the lights? You mind explaining that? Get out of my room. It's 4 o'clock in the morning and I've got to go to work.
Oh, I thought taxes coming at 8:30.
They are, just to see. You stupid. You lose.
So this woman is so drunk and out of her mind that she got the nerve to ask him, what proof do you have? And all he's doing is recording every single time you have one of these episodes. Yeah, that's why I had to go ham on the you stupid soundbite, because clearly her elevator doesn't go all the way to the top, especially when she's under the airport. Let's keep it moving.
This is Jessica. Jessica is a domestic abuser. Yesterday, Goop posted 2 videos showing her abusing her boyfriend. Now, Jessica wants us all to forget about it like it never happened. First, she disabled her TikTok comments. Then she went over to IG and posted an apology video where she victim blamed her ex, saying it's his fault she abused him because he kept doing things wrong, like talking to his ex-girlfriend. Jessica, I know you think because female on male domestic violence is treated differently that you're going to get a pass here, but you're not. We're not going to treat you like a woman here. We're not going to treat you like a man here. We're going to treat you like a domestic abuser because that's what you are. So, listen, you can do the right thing and actually accept responsibility and accountability, or I can make sure I post all the videos and all the receipts, and I can make sure everyone sees who you are. Or, like I said, you can spare us all that and just do the right thing. Your choice.
This is Gabby. Not only is Gabby a domestic abuser, but even worse. When Gabby's ex-boyfriend Josh caught her at a party cheating on him with another woman, Gabby locked them all 3 in the room together and proceeded to make Josh do some things that he made clear he didn't want to do. When he complied, Gabby put her hands on him. When other members of the party heard this, they came in to help Josh. Recently, he has for the first time came out about this publicly, and now Gabby's saying he made the whole thing up. Well, here are all the receipts. Here's Josh's face after she hit him. Here's the door that she broke down the next day to get in the house. And here are the text messages from her admitting to the abuse and saying he didn't deserve what she did to him. Gabby, you can say whatever you want, but here's the proof. Let's let the people decide for themselves.
And those appear to be more, I don't want to say like celebrity type, but clearly those seem to be more women that are more on the public figure side of things. And, it's funny because even with all the receipts, because like the second story, even with all the receipts that guy has, the some reason this woman hasn't been brought to justice yet. So I'm kind of wondering, like, why is that? See, here's the thing that kills me when it comes to this subject. Women always play the victim, even when they are the ones that are displaying the bad behavior. Even when in reality the man is the victim, the woman still comes in crying wolf. And I gotta be honest with you guys, man, it really, really, really grinds my gears, and it really, really makes me upset. Because women don't even get the same sentence for the same crimes as men do. So even if this woman were to be brought to justice, you gotta understand that she's far more likely to get less time than a man committing the same crime. And that's something else that needs to be taken care of and discussed as well. Women, there are men out here that are victims just like that. Simple as that. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this, man. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love.
Try to get this done, y'all.
It could be a hormonal imbalance, but just for me, it was just not the support that I needed. That's how I know I really didn't have the support I needed, because I had one kid and I was like, this sucks. Like, I was really depressed. And it wasn't about the child. Like, I loved her. I just needed help. But now I have 3. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so happy. You would think I would be like, but now that I have the help that I need, I'm just like, this is great.
I'm so tired of Summer Walker. Somehow she managed to have 3 kids, 2 baby daddies, all of these kids 2 years old or under, in a very short period of time. Think about it. Her oldest child was only a year old when she gave birth to her twins earlier this year. I reported some time ago while she was pregnant, she announced the breakup with baby daddy number 2, and at that time, while she was carrying his babies, she was already talking about how she wanted to be pregnant again. Just stupid, by the way. You have yet to make any relationship work, but you're trying to push out more babies from these men? I think her judgment's poor, her discernment is poor, producing running on the track for first baby daddy, that whole relationship didn't make any sense. And it's sad because everybody knew except for Summer. Or maybe she did know, and like a lot of these bimbos, somehow they think they're more special than the previous 10 baby mamas. Okay, 10 is an exaggeration, but Summer was running on the track's 3rd baby mama when she got pregnant by him with her first child, and 3 is close enough. Who signs up to be baby mama number 3? I'm sorry, I don't feel sorry for women who sign up for this hot ghetto mess. No different from Sierra signing up to be Future's baby mama number 4. That's probably why the both of these ladies get along so well. But Summer ignored all the red flags in London. And Young Miami brought that up in her recent Felicia Please episode where she featured Summer Walker. Take a listen.
How do you feel about people saying, Summer, we warned you, like, being that, when you was with London and you used to defend him about, him getting his kids, and then the woman was saying, you don't gotta have your kids. You like, she got the kids, and then you turned around and was like, you was going through the same thing.
That did get on my fucking nerves when people be like, we warned you.
I think it was more from people's perspective. It was kind of like, the crazy baby. It's always a crazy baby mama. It just was like, it was like a attack thing. So it was more of like, she was saying that they don't take care of his kid, or that they don't spend time with his kid, and then it's kind of like you was defending the situation at the time.
Oh Lord Jesus.
All of them, and then it's kind of like you turn around and you kind of like went and said the same thing.
As for her, like, she's just nuts. She's really nuts. I guess she still want to be with that man, because I tried so hard with her. I tried so hard with all his baby mamas to be like big happy family kumbaya. I'm not weird like that. Like, I'll be like, hey, y'all should come over. Hey, we should link up. Do the kids want to get together? let's do Christmas together. I really don't care.
I tried that too.
Now, not that Young Miami had any room to talk. She was producing Southside fourth or fifth baby mama. I guess it's really true though that birds of a feather flock together. It's no coincidence that these flamingos all have the same story. But still, that was a great question from Young Miami. I gotta give her that. And yes, Summer, one of London's baby mamas was 100% loony. But you're loony too for getting wrapped up into this All My Children soap opera. That was Summer's first mistake. She could have been child free, working on developing her artistry, healing her broken self, while also taking time to vet the right guy. If she had done that, she could have avoided all this unnecessary drama with his baby mamas, and even the most recent drama with baby daddy number two. She was looking real goofy out here on social media trying to call him broke. When Summer, you knew his financial situation when you first met him. What decent guy would get with a woman with a fresh baby, just months old? Then they went and got each other's names tattooed. That guy's name is on her face, which is a total no-no. Young ladies, don't ever get your boyfriend's name tatted on you. That is lowering your value. And y'all already know what I say about tattoos in general. Most of you will regret it later. Just don't do it. And then Larry, baby daddy number two, was calling Summer weird, which was also goofy. Larry, you knew that she was weird when you was with her and she had just had another man's baby. Not even fully healed yet, but she was up under you. Yeah, you're weird for calling her weird when both of y'all are weird. Summer is back at it again though. Now she's with Lil Meech, that's the actor and son of Big Meech. And I don't care who his daddy is, Lil Meech is another goofball, just like Larry. That girl just had twins a couple of months ago. Why? All of this is just nasty and reckless. And you wonder why she's got all this anxiety or whatever is going on with her. She's not even closed up yet, and look at what she's doing. Now, during Carisha Please, Summer also told Young Miami that she's not on speaking terms with her baby daddies, one or two. I do agree when you break up, you don't keep dealing with your ex on the side. That's inappropriate. It's a waste of time. Obviously, y'all didn't work out, and that's your ex for a reason. I never understood people straggling their exes along for years. They can break up and 10 years later, still dicking back and forth, or keeping them on the side, hoping they can double back around. That's insane, out of order, and disrespectful to the new person you're dealing with. And for the ones who operate like that, you wonder why you can't get that spirit off you? This is why. You won't let go. But as for Summer, I just hope that she didn't cut them off from their children, because that wouldn't be right. If you have children and you're co-parenting, reasonable communication is necessary in order for both parents to be active in their kids' lives. I know one thing though, Summer is out of order. She's been looking for baby daddy number three ever since she broke up with baby daddy number two during her last pregnancy. And it looks like she's wrapping her claws around little me, who is younger than her, by the way.
Oh boy.
She's 27 years old.
Again, my apologies, y'all. Notifications on my phone.
Way too young to be trying to be a stepdaddy to a 2-year-old and two infants. I don't know what's going on with Lil Meech. I think that we need to arrange a stem intervention for Lil Meech. Another thing that's off about Summer, she continues to push this feminist, womanist narrative that she's got money so she can do whatever she wants, which is also silly. I don't know how many more decades we have to go with this strong, independent black woman nonsense for them to finally admit and realize that this was a failure. Who cares how much money you have? A broken home is still a broken home, no matter how much money is in it. You know, she once said that Erica Badu was her idol, and it's starting to make sense now. That's why I say when I make these videos, it's not about the celebrity. It's about the younger minds that they are influencing, that they are programming. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Special thank you to BX Panda, NYCJ. Shout out to Lori, Dark Power, and Nathaniel. I appreciate all of you for your support. Don't forget that you can support this channel.
What is up, you guys? This is Super Sega Ultra 19, Super Sega Ultra here, and this is gonna be an unboxing video, and this time it's on Street Fighter 6. Of course, I love fighting games. I love the Street Fighter games ever since like Street Fighter 2 in the arcades, and even Street Fighter 2 Turbo on the Super Nintendo. But But as you can see, I got Street Fighter 6 right here. So let's go ahead and let's open this some bitch up with my car keys. I'm too lazy to use my knife this time.
section. And you just now play real quick. There you go.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to yet another awesome straight fire news episode of the YouTube drama news show where we go over the most important, the most pressing issues of the day, okay? Now, you got your wars going on here, you got your conflicts going on over here, the CIA, subverting government somewhere in the world, and today we're going to be talking about something that clearly, it's not topping it, honestly, undoubtedly topping it in importance on YouTube drama. And we've got a few clips to react to today, quite a few clips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clips to react to. And the first one we're going to start with is this clip of Sneeko and John Zerka. I'm sure you guys know who Sneeko is if you watch my stuff. I'm not going to re-explain who he is. John Zerka is sort of I also think he's more of a troll type figure than anything else. I think he's more of an opportunist, a grifter, so to speak. He's definitely entertaining, but I don't think he really believes in half of what he says as far as like the right-wing stuff he's been spouting recently. But they got clipped and posted to this Sneeko updates account, and lots of them are talking about it. See here, the caption is Sneeko and Zerka got EDP Riz. So I was getting off to a great start on this one. Let's see what they had to say.
Hey, yo, bro, what up? You guys look like you voted for Joe Biden.
No, I'd say that. Actually, we would make a great double date. I like you on the left, and I think Zerka likes.
Okay, so right off the bat, kind of a weird comment to be honest with you, because do they not look obviously underage? Like, do they not obviously look like pretty young? I mean, there are scenarios where maybe let's say an adult guy is trying to hit on a girl, and he finds out she's underage, but she looks very adult, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna walk away from this. Sorry, didn't mean to do anything weird. That does happen. As long as you don't engage or do anything weird about it, it's like whatever. But in this case, like they obviously, I mean, I don't know, to me anyway. This one on the left looks like 14.
On the right. What up, girls? I want to kiss you guys. How old are you? Check out that white monitor. Let's go.
How old are you guys?
He's saying, let's go. There's no way they don't know. And this is the thing. A lot of people are calling it like Sneeko and Zerka, like for this clip. I feel like they had to have known and were baiting for content because they thought it would be like a funny clip that would go viral. I feel like there's no way that they just like I don't know. There's just no way.
Underage. Well, you know, just yeah.
Like how underage though?
And how underage? Why even? If they say underage, I feel like it's just that's your flag to stop, right? Because it's like, well, there's plenty of legal girls. You don't need to pursue them, but then Sneeko's like, oh, well, you're like 17.
Like your birthday's next week, touch. We can't go to Starbucks. What?
You know, we train 15 in a month.
There's no this stupid soy face. There's no way he didn't know. I refuse to believe that Sneeko is this stupid. I feel like he definitely knew at that point. I feel like he knew even before this point they were underage. They look underage. They just do. So I don't know. Maybe I just need to give them way less benefit of the doubt. Maybe they are true creeps, but I just don't see it that way. I feel like they knew. I feel like they knew this fit for content. I'm not saying the girls were in on it or were staged or something, but I think like they called them on the Omega or whatever service this is, and they saw that they were underage. So they decided, you know what, it would make a good clip if I like hit on them, and they're like, oh wait, you're 16, haha, sorry. Like I feel like you probably thought it would be funny or something like that.
Like your birthday's next week, touch.
You know, we train 15 in a month.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got it. What is up with this type thing, by the way? What everyone says type sheet now, type sheet. What do you mean type sheet? Why do you need to add that on? Why do you need to add that on to every sentence? Just ask a question. Like your birthday's next week? Okay, that's all you need to say. That's like the whole statement there is communicated. The message, the question is there. Then you add type sheet. Why? Just make it sound more gangster? Is that it, Sneeko? You didn't used to say that. Yeah, you didn't used to say that type sheet. I don't know. Whatever, man. Anyway, yeah, that's the Sneeko clip of the day. Obviously, he's going to get clowned after this by people for critical react to it, stream or whatever. Other commentary YouTubers will see it. They'll dunk on him, they'll destroy him, and I don't even blame them on it. Alright, so this next clip is a clip of Tana Mojo, who is looking rather, I think she looks different. Maybe she's doing a lot of makeup on it. I don't know. But Tana Mojo, obviously you guys know, was one of the content cops back in the day. I think she was the second to last one because the Bryce thing was Liz, and then before that was hers. And she was basically the girl who was telling Ida to kill himself. And she was saying the N-word in like a racist context, and then she was like, telling Ida to go off himself because he was saying that word and stuff like that. So he decided to punk her. He went to her convention. He did this say N-word line, which obviously everyone knows. And I remember after that happened, Hannah actually went on the No Jumper podcast to talk about. This was like shortly after it happened. Talk about how she felt about it. So shortly after that video went live, right? This, Items goes to see Tana Mojo. Oh wow, we're actually sent for that. Nice. That's right in the thumbnail. Really? You put it right in the thumbnail. So there's this No Jumper podcast. Obviously, you guys know what it is. Hosted by Adam 22. Tana went on. She talked about Items content cop. She talks about how it's humbling for her. And how she felt like she deserved it. She like it was a good video that needed to happen. She just kind of had to, take the medicine well. It's a pretty interesting clip, and she seems to feel the same way to this day. I'll play a little bit of this right now.
And I'm gonna be honest, I don't give a about the content cops. Everybody actually is so excited when they come out. I don't watch them. I've watched it before. I don't care.
He's really good at what he does. He's never like, and it took me a long time to realize that because for a long time I was like, what? Man, and I realized like it's you because like he never ever will make a content cop about somebody who doesn't come for him first. And I didn't know that, and I was entitled.
But in what way did you come from? You called him out to say the N-word?
In a horrible way.
Okay. You made a video?
No, actually my boyfriend at the time was obsessed with his videos, and then I heard 30 seconds of it, like 10 seconds of it. I just hear him saying it.
Do you think that her boyfriend was one of the guys that met Ida in the store and like said first, I don't know, whatever, and then that like changed his whole mind on his content, made him want to like become a advocate or whatever? Do you think it was Ida's fan putting her down at that point in time? It's possible.
Like they're saying the N-word. I've said it in the past. There are vines of me saying it. I don't even think
How
about
old
it.
are you about?
I don't know the super age, like 13, 14, 15, it ranges.
Yeah, I really don't think we should call him 13-year-olds. Just like that, right, to be honest.
But I was stupid about it. I was really, and I tweeted him.
By the way, I would agree with Adam's take here. I don't think we should be calling out like the young people. She's good at. At least not on the internet.
Yourself, like me and
You were 16,
probably 16 or 17.
and did you see your one of followers and you're calling out items? That is pretty hilarious.
It was stupid. I was so wrong. And so then he just went low key, didn't reply to it. I deleted the tweet, and he made a contact on me, and I.
Like right after or what?
No, it was like a few months after he like came to my meeting for you. He's like,
Oh,
but I deserved it. 100%. And the contact was
I feel like, and she seems to understand like the reason it happened because of her own actions. She publicly criticizes dude. And there's an aspect here that's like, okay, Tana was so young. Did she deserve to have that video made on her when she was like 18? I mean, maybe not, right? She was a public figure, but a lot of the things she was asked, being asked to answer for was stuff she did when she was a teenager. So to an extent, there is kind of the aspect there where it's like, well, should she really been criticized for that? In a perfect world, no, of course not. But at the same time, she did, say it publicly. She got called out publicly, and she seems here to have like made peace with the fact that if you do stuff like that, you might get called out and might go forward to you. And it's not like it ended her career or anything. She had she peaked in popularity way after the content cop. But here she seems to think that it is, a decent video. And here she is recently talking about Ida's apology. Obviously, I talked about Ida's video a bunch. It's titled "I Miss the Old Ida." And this is a podcast where she talks about how she goes about all that now.
Never ever spoken. And I guess he posted this apology video, apologizing for like a bunch of things he did in the past. One of them being the video he made with me or like to me or something. And I was like, damn, like I just never expected that, and I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know how to say this. I'm not talking about anything in regards to the things he said, but I'm more so just talking about like his actions to me, like him showing up to my show, him kind of putting me on blast, him inevitably making me kind of canceled and lose subscribers and have to apologize and all that type of stuff. I kind of think I like deserve that, and maybe that's like dark, like to say, but like I don't feel like I'm owed an apology, and maybe that's because I've accepted so much.
Obviously, she does want to talk about this. This is kind of an out of context clip, so I don't know the full context of this podcast, but right here from this clip, she seems to think that even to this day, she deserved the content cop. She's not mad about it. She's not salty about it to this day. She doesn't feel like she's owed an apology because, as she said in the prior, No Jumper clip, she's the one who came for Ian. It's not like Ian picked her off the street. She publicly went after Ian. She publicly told him that he should end his life for the things he says, and then he caught her being a hypocrite, and that's basically, all it was about. And to this day, she seems to understand that what she did back then was wrong, and that she kind of had to atone for her sins in that way, and that, she doesn't seem to think it's that big of a deal, and I think that's the argument that a lot of people kind of, on my side are making of it. Everything Ian did, everything he's apologizing for, it's just not a big deal. And I think, because of that, nobody should really be that upset. And nobody was even upset back then when it was going on. It was at the peak of his popularity, nobody seemed to rewriting history to be, you know, how IDubbbz is the king of hate speech or whatever else. But yeah, I just thought it was kind of interesting clip from Tana. It's good to see she has a mature take on that. She obviously seems pretty cool, pretty down to earth. I wouldn't say necessarily relatable. She's a very interesting person. She seems to have a good head on her shoulders, and it was good to see this clip from her. So listen guys, can I get some W Tana mojos in chat? W IDubbbz fans who probably got you know, hit back there or something. I don't know. Oh yeah, W Tana IDubbbz. Wait, I'm actually not leaving. There's another clip. Okay.
Hey guys, random question. Is it bad to swallow the line in your Corona? Did you?
Okay, so I guess now Mizkif, you guys probably all know, is going to Rumble, and a lot of people are giving Rumble and Mizkif a lot of shit for this because of some stuff that happened with him and Adriana Lee, who a while ago basically Mizkif had a situation where it looked like he was covering up some kind of sexual assault from his friend and Crazy Slick. And I think a lot of people are confused as to what even happened in that drama because it went down at the same time that the Slicker drama went on. And Slicker was this dude who was basically borrowing streamers' money, quote unquote borrowing their money in order to gamble basically away, gamble away his debts. He was a gambling addict. And so it happened at the same time where this one guy named Crazy Slick and one guy named Slicker who, you know, were in drama at the same exact time during the Twitch meltdown. And I think that a lot of people were confused by what was going on there, but basically I think the situation was that Mizkif had a friend named Crazy Slick. Allegedly, that hasn't been proven in the court of law, but allegedly he went into, I think, Adriana Lee's room at night and I think groped her when she was sleeping. And Mizkif basically said, and he said this on stream, I know he said this, he said it wasn't that big of a deal. I could probably find that clip right now. So here's a clip, I did manage to find it, we'll just play it real quick.
Well, what you can deem of it is sexual harassment at a low scale. It's not really a big deal. I don't think we'll really do shit and really care.
So he got a lot of shit for this clip, obviously, because it makes him look horrible. But basically now he's being signed to Rumble, and people are giving Rumble and Mizkif a bunch of shit for this. Rumble obviously is a decent sized competitor to Twitch, and they're getting a lot of talent right now. They've got, I think they just got iShow Speed and Tyson Nat to do a show there. Now they're getting Mizkif, so they're definitely getting some big talent. You know, what did you think of Mizkif? He still pulls good numbers. He's still clearly a talented streamer, and he'll definitely bring a lot to that platform. But we already talked about it here.
Your hog chance can be ready. I will be streaming on Rumble. Yes. I'll be streaming an additional day on Twitch. So now instead of streaming 3 days, I'm streaming 4. So it won't take away from Twitch at all. It basically is going to add time on Twitch. I'm literally going to be streaming more, and that's it. That's literally it. It's basically my old stream Synac. It's now just going to be on Rumble.
Is he okay, by the way? Like, he looks like, is he high or like strung out or hungover? Like, there's something wrong with him. Like, he's going through something right now. I don't know what it would be. I don't know if he's under a lot of stress for streaming or something. I really don't know what's up with him. Blasting says he can say the N-word. Oh yeah, there was an N-word here or something, I think, from, what was it, from Ice Poseidon or something, which, you know, obviously I'm not going to get mad at. I don't have anything to say about that. Yeah, so I guess he's going to Rumble now. I'm excited to see how that goes. Rumble overall is a pretty interesting streaming platform. I honestly thought that Kick was going to be the one to come out on top of you know, you have like Twitch, you have YouTube, and then these alt sites are Rumble. And I thought that Kick was going to be the one to come out on top because they had train wrecks who I thought kind of understood content creation better. But it seems like, at least for now, Rumble is coming out ahead because Kick, really the only big streamer they have signed, I think, is Aiden. And you know, Aiden is a good bulk, and Ross is undoubtedly an entertaining guy. He brings a lot of good viewers to the platform, but his audience is not really growing right now. I think it's kind of stagnating a little bit, and I think that even beyond that, you can't have a streaming site with just one big guy, or else it's going to be the Aiden site. You need like 10, 20, 30 big guys, and Rumble seems to be doing that. You know, they're pulling it off. I don't know if it's because they have more money than Kick. I was under the impression that Kick has a ton of money because they're backed by State, the casino, which gives them a ton of funding. Maybe people are just scared to go to Kick and instead they want to go to Rumble. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know why Rumble is more appealing to people. I think the site looks worse than Kick, to be honest with you. I think Rumble is like a shitty UI, but regardless, more people are going to Rumble. It's not just a Sneeko site anymore. It's not just a controversial right winger that got banned site. Mainstream people are going to Rumble. Obviously, Leafy's streaming there, but he's not playing insane. He's doing all right. He's pulling 2,000 when he goes live. But yeah, Rumble seems to be really pulling ahead. And it's even like Rumble was more competitive to Twitch than Mixer was back in the day, it seems. Which obviously Mixer was backed by Ninja, when he went back to Twitch. Mixer is no more now, but it seems like Rumble could have a good shot at taking some market share away from Twitch. And with a bunch of streamers already leaving Twitch, and the whole W or L community, all of them being frustrated with Twitch's policies as of late, it seems like there's a decent incentive to go to Rumble. We're seemingly offering decent contracts from what I've heard behind the scenes a little bit. There's quite a bit of money going around, even for smaller streamers. So maybe if you guys are looking to start live streaming, go to Rumble. That's the place to be. about rice gum. Obviously, we all know who rice gum is. I actually have, like, my opinion of rice gum has warmed up more over time. I hated him back in the day. I thought he was a terrible person. Now that I've grown a little older, I see a lot of stuff he did was more for show. It was more for the entertainment value of it, rather than to be a complete tool just for the sake of that. You know, if you really have a problem with, like, the did it feel good though comment that you made, you're mad about that to this day, then I can't stop you. But, you know, looking back at that, I honestly think it's kind of funny. And it even seems like something that IW would do back then, which is funny. You know, it's funny that he called out for that in the video. He was like, you really have to picture that when the girl didn't seem to be mad, like, at it. If she was mad, like, that was another story. If he didn't, like, apologize or whatever, that was another story. But in fairness, like, she didn't seem mad. She didn't seem, like, weirded out. She seemed to know it was just her stream content. After the fact, she, you know, accepted his apology right away and was like, yeah, you know, I didn't realize you were really trying to be weird or anything, but it's whatever. And then they hung out after that, and in the content drop response, they were in a room where she was, like, pole dancing and shaking her ass for him. So really, she didn't care that much. Another thing Bryce comes in, I think the worst thing you could probably say is the mystery brands. Obviously, like, scam sponsorship, which is whatever, right? Well, I shouldn't say it's whatever, but it's like everyone did that back in the day. I'm not condoning it, but it's like we already know the deal with that. I don't mean it's whatever. I mean, like, it's like I'm fine with it, obviously. But anyway, here we have Bryce Gum react to iShare Speed being upset with him. I wish I could out with him more. Bryce Gum is back. I guess he's streaming on Twitch or something. We've seen quite a few clips of him come out recently, and he said quite a bit to say. I will say, I think his ability to speak has degraded even more with time. I feel like back then he was a somewhat intelligent, coherent individual, but it seems like his brain processes have been degraded.
So this was before Speed blew up, right?
Get Bryce, he'll introduce you to her.
Wait, what? What? Wait, hold on. He was about to say something. Wait, what? Yo, me? He was about to say something. Speed got smoked. I was kidding. Wait, no, guys, he said something.
I hate how instead of saying like the full syllable, it says smoke. Instead of smoke, smoke. You got smoke.
What? I thought I
Get
had.
Bryce, he'll introduce you to her.
That what?
Where do you see that from? And I'd be surprised if that. That what?
Said he was never about that. About to do that. Wait, what? He was about to say he don't know where you're at. Oh, okay. No, yeah. So he came to the house. And to be fair, bro, man, I wish I hung out with him more at the house. He said, yeah, you know, bro, I was doing my own stream, bro. So, you know, before he flew into the house, you know, we had a, like, me and him had a schedule. I would wake up, you know, get my food, get the cheap band on lunch break. So I can watch Aiden, but I can't watch Steve. Damn, man.
So obviously this is like a completely different clip. It doesn't even mean anything. He's just describing how I guess iShare Speed came over to the Clout House and Aiden was streaming and Bryce Gum was streaming, and I guess Speed got the impression that Bryce had some kind of ego, which he probably did at the time anyway, regardless of that. But I guess Bryce is just saying he was busy streaming, so he didn't have time to hang out with iShare Speed a lot. So yeah, I guess that's what they're talking about. Regardless of that, I just think it's interesting to see that Bryce Gum is. I mean, I think he was kind of gone for a while. I mean, I did a video about that on my main channel, but he kind of dead from social media for a bit. And I recently he came back and he announced a situation with his baby. Who, unfortunately, I think there was a miscarriage, which is very sad. But
Welcome to today's side quest, the storeroom against the clock.
touching that, there's also this clip of Bryce Gum reacting to Moist Critical, hating on him, said, I'm their enemy and I don't even know them, which is obviously like kind of ironic coming from Bryce Gum because Bryce Gum was, you know, the Roach came back and he was like Roach children all day. Not that he had a huge emotional investment in him, but definitely when some of them fired back, his ego was slightly reduced from that. You can tell in the videos. But here we have this video of Bryce talking about Moist Critical, so let's see what he says.
He was for a long time my least favorite person on the platform. I kept up with him, man. I was like a full-blown hate watcher. He was a full-blown hate watcher. I was his parasocial enemy. Like, what's good with bro?
What is good with is his ability to debate and not even debate, is his ability to conversate and like explain things just degraded this much over time? He's not even English.
Hate watcher. How was his parasocial enemy? Like, what's good with bro?
He didn't talk like this back then, not to that extent.
No, that's crazy. Bro, Muff really prayed on my downfall. That shit hurt. Damn, that's crazy. Nah, bro, that clip was diabolical, bro. Nah, that clip was crazy, bro. Nah, bro, that clip is crazy.
Why do you just keep repeating the same thing? That clip was crazy. Nah, bro. No, bro, that clip was great. I want to like you, Rice Gum. I think you're funny. I like your raps. Okay, I think your raps are sick. I think they're nasty. I think they're beast mode. And then you come out and you just, why do you speak like this? You sound more intelligent and break the police than you do in this clip.
Like, it's one thing to hate someone, but bro, know my whole life story type shit. Yeah, that's just crazy. No, that's, no. No, bro, he was serious. No, like, have you ever heard about parasocial
Have you heard of a parasocial relationship? This honestly reminds me of a clip where you have Aiden Ross saying the word fascism out loud. Let's see here. Aiden Ross is literate. I think it should be illiterate, but whatever. What does fascism mean? And I can't tell to this day if this clip is like being played up or if Aiden is actually just stupid.
It means you are a far right authorization on analyst, political ideology movement characterized by dictator leadership, centralized autocracy, militarism, forced suppression of opposition. So I don't know what that means, bro. I swear to God, I don't know what fascism is. I don't know.
I don't want to sound like so much of a nerd here, okay? I acknowledge fine move sound effects and nerd emoji on screen right now, okay? You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. I don't mean to sound like a nerd. I'm not saying you have to, be a perfect English poet at all times, okay? Be a perfect linguist. What I am saying is, like, know what basic words mean. Like, did you not go to high school? Like, in, freshman year, they probably taught you what fascism is. I'm not saying you have to remember everything about it, but at least being able to pronounce it shouldn't be that difficult. What the f*** were you doing?
Benito Mussolini and Giuliani Gelata and Jason Stanley. Like, who the f*** are these people, bro? Never heard of them. Right. What is an example of a fascist?
Why is he so stupid? And obviously this is like cut from the same cloth as Rice Gum. Because back in the day, Rice Gum was similarly, doing the same kind of content as Aiden, just like causing outrage for the sake of it, taking these weird, like, kind of scammy sponsorships. It's like whatever. I don't know, man. It just kind of rubs me the wrong way. I want to like Rice Gum. I feel like maybe at one point he was smarter than he let on. Maybe we've passed that point. Maybe his brain is too fried from extensive narcotics use. I really can't, directly speculate on. I guess I can't directly speculate on what happened. I don't know what happened though. So yeah, I don't really know what the deal is with Rice Gum here, but I guess he's kind of come back to spread some talk, having a little bit of fun, saying, teaching his audience about the importance of parasocial relationships and how they need to be broken, and other bonds need to be broken, and you need to stop. And take a step back and chill out, guys.
Just when a viewer at home is watching someone so much, then they're like, oh, I know that person, and I know that he lives here, and he likes basketball, and he likes this, he likes that. He's from this, I'm their enemy, and I don't even know them. I don't even know them. And I'm saying, that's just
crazy, bro. Says the guy who, once again, was like, he got famous off bullying kids. Did he have a parasocial relationship with them? Probably not. Yeah, I don't know, man. Anyway, that's about going to wrap it up for today's episode of Drama YouTube News, bringing you the most important fire clips and news in all of the land that you guys I'm so passionate about. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you liked it, dislike if you disliked it. Leave a comment down below with your thoughts on all of this. It's always good to hear what you guys have to say. Follow my Instagram, it's Tom with Dar. Bye. Bye for watching.